In this video, I will explain you about event delegation model. So in this, we should understand what is an event and who will generate an event and what is this model. The first thing is a component. Component is a graphical element which can appear on the screen, which can be contained inside a container. So we have already learned about components in previous videos. So example of components, GUI components or AWT components are button, checkbox, radio button, frame, window, panel. All these are components. I will take the example of a component as button. Button is a component. And all these components will have three elements. First is their properties. Second thing, they have their methods. Not just button, all the components. They have their properties, means data members. Methods, which perform some operation, some action will be done, or some methods are related to properties. So those are property methods. Then the third important thing is event. Event. When something happens on a component, it generates an event. Like if a button is clicked, it is an event. It generates an event. If an item is selected in a list box, it's an event. If something you have typed in text field, then it is an event. So something happening on that component is an event. So components generates events. So this is about a component. When some event occurs, it must be handled. So for handling, we will have listeners. Listeners or receiver of an event. So components generate events and those events must be handled by these listeners. So listener means somebody should handle, somebody should listen or respond to that event. So listeners may themselves handle it. Listeners are receivers, so they themselves handle it, or there can be some other listener who will handle this one. Receiver will receive it, and this is a listener. This can be anything like how you design it. So usually we will make a receiver as a listener itself, or else you can have a separate listener. So once again I will tell you, component will generate an event and listener will listen and it will handle it. So now what does it all means? If see through an example, when a button is clicked, somebody should respond to the click of a button. What should happen when a button is clicked? So that action will be performed by this receiver, or we call it as a listener here. So a component generates an event and listener will handle that event. So this model is just like from real life. I will take one example so that you can get the idea. It doesn't look like a very new thing for you. I'll take an example. Take a daily life example. This is a shop. This is a apparel shop, or they sell garments or a dress. So you buy dresses from here. Okay. And you are a customer. You have visited the shop last week and you bought something. Now again today you are visiting them and you found that they have the old stock. They don't have any new dresses. So you ask them when the new dress arrives. So they say, we don't know. We are not sure when the new stock arrives. Now you want them to inform you that whenever a new stock arrives. So now, arrival of a new stock is an event. Or suppose not just a new stock. Let us take another thing in this one. Like whenever they are offering discounts, it's an event. So this is an event. So they should inform you. This event should be given to you. You will handle it. If the new stock arrives, you know what you have to do. You'll go and buy some dresses. Or if there is a sale, then you know you will go there and you'll buy some dresses. Alright, so this event, they should inform you. So event is happening in the shop and you are going to handle that event. Handling the event means not organizing the event. You will respond to the event by SMS or email. So for that, as a customer, you should register with them, right? You should register. You should give your email ID or you should give your phone number. You should get registered with them. Then only they can send you an event. So same way here also, listeners, they will get registered with the components. Then the component will send an event and listener will handle it. Or a listener, receiver or handler, whatever the name you call it as. So they will handle it. So in Java, we use the word listener. So here customer is a listener. Now as a customer, what you will do? As a customer, you will buy. You will buy. So this buy is your method. It is your method. So when you get registered, then with your phone number, once an event occurs, they will inform you. So you will perform buy. You will perform buy. So this method is called as callback method. Callback method. So when they are calling you upon phone or they are sending you an SMS, so they are calling you. So they are calling you back to call one of your methods. So we say this method as callback methods. So yes, listeners will have callback methods. Now let us come back to our event delegation model. I will remove this. So in Java, we have components and they generate events. Then we should define our own listener and the listener should be registered with the component such that if any event occurs, then the callback method of that listener will be called. That's it. The same thing happen. This is like a shop and this is like a customer and customer have a buy method. So when an event occurs here, there is a sale or something, then that buy method will be called. So this is nothing but event delegation model. So why we are saying event delegation model, button itself will not handle its event. So it is handled by a handler or a listener. So that's all. Now the next thing that I have to explain is in Java, there are classes available for components. Button class is there, window class is there, for checkbox there is a class, for everything in the class is there. So already in the previous video I have shown you set of classes that are available for components. Then this event. So for events also classes are available in Java. Classes are available. For components also classes are available. Events also classes are available. For event also classes are there. So event will contain the information about that event. Like suppose a new stock arrived. So what type of dresses has arrived? Is it a winter collection or a summer collection or is it casual wear or formal wear? Or if there is a discount going on, then what is the minimum discount offered? What is the maximum discount offered? So like that, some information will also be there as a part of an event. So that is a class. So event is nothing but an object. So just I will give you a glance of these event classes. See, there is a package called java.awt.event. In that, these are event classes. The names may be new, sounds new for you. So we will learn about this slowly. Action event, adjustment event, component adapter or component event, right? Focus event. Adapter is also there. Input event, item event, key event, mouse event. These are the events. These are all classes for events. So when the event generates, an object of this class will be generated. Then coming back to our diagram. And for listeners, interfaces are provided. Interfaces are provided. See, when an event occurs, a callback method will be called. Callback method will be called, right? So that method must be there inside this handler. So how you can force any class to have some method by implementing an interface? So yes, for listeners, interfaces are available and they have abstract methods. So when you are making your own class as a listener, you must implement an interface. So classes are built-in available for components. Classes are built-in available for events, and this will be our own class. Listener will be our own class and it must implement some interface, whichever event you are handling. So let us look at the interfaces also. These are interfaces. Action listener is an interface, adjustment listener, component listener, focus listener, item listener, okay, key listener, mouse listener. All these are listener interfaces. If I click this, you will find some callback method present in this one. So callback will not be written there. We call them as callback method. So this action perform, there's a method inside action listener. So you must override this method. Okay, we will learn about all these interfaces and events slowly. So in coming videos, I will take a component, then I will take a listener, and I will handle the events. So in that we will learn about component also, event also, and its listener also. Okay. So that's all about event delegation model. So that's all in this video. In the previous video, we saw event delegation model. So there I have explained you about events. See, this is very important to know when which event is generated. So I have the list of events. So you will understand what an event or what is the type of an event also and when it is generated. See, first one is action event. Action event is generated when a button is pressed or a menu item is clicked or an item inside a list box is double clicked. Then who should handle this action event? Action listener should handle this action event. Then mouse event. One more thing. Action event, pressing of a button means what? You can press a button by using mouse, or even if it is highlighted, you can use spacebar also. Menu item, you can click it using mouse, or you can use a keyboard also, and you can highlight it and hit enter. So yes, so in those cases it is generated. And one more reason is there, that when you are inside a text box and you hit enter inside a text box, then also this action event is generated. Then coming to mouse event. It is generated using mouse, just moving of a mouse or clicking of a mouse somewhere inside the panel. So mostly these are handled by the containers. Mouse events, they are handled by container. Clicking a mouse, double clicking a mouse, or moving a mouse, entering a mouse, or exiting a mouse from panel or a window, it should be handled using mouse listener. Key event. This happens when you type anything from the key. Okay. This is also mostly handled upon a panel or a window. Okay. That is frame window. So typing of a key. So you are pressing a key or releasing a key, or even you are holding a key. All these three things are events generated from key. Pressing a key, releasing a key, or holding a key. So that should be handled using key listener. Then item listener. So these are over. Item listener. So checkbox, selecting a checkbox or deselecting it, or selecting a radio button, or selecting a checkable menu item, or selecting an item in a list box, okay, or choice, that is drop down box, and it must be handled by item listener. Then text event. When you type anything inside a text field or change the text by typing, or in the text area, text field or text area, then text listener event is generated. Then mouse wheel listener. So mouse used to have wheels also. So if you are moving that wheel, then mouse wheel listener event will be generated. It should be handled by a listener. Window event. So if you are closing a window, opening a window, or you are minimizing a window, maximizing a window, then this event is generated. It should be handled by window listener. Then a component event. So if you are hiding a component or resizing or setting it visible, then this event is generated, should be handled using component event listener. Then a container event. Container, so you can add or remove components inside a container. So if you add or remove, then container event is generated. So spend some time on this one, just have a look at it once. See, these are the names of the events that are given inside AWT, and in Swing they may be different, a little different, or more events may be there. So but the basic idea, you will get it. The names are different from in different languages. Like if you are familiar with JavaScript, there we will say on click, on double click. This is how we give the event names there, but here the method is different. So every language has its own design for handling events. So Java is having event delegation model, and these are the types of events Java has categorized. For them, they have provided listeners. So the next video, we will start looking at components and some their events, and we'll handle the events on those components. So that's all in this video. This video is about layout managers in Java AWT. First, I will explain what are layout managers and what are the different layout managers available in Java. Then I'll explain one or two in this video, and rest I will explain in other videos. To understand layout managers, I have few diagrams here. That is easy to understand them from the diagrams. See, this is a frame. This is a frame. And this frame is having some components. So I have taken few buttons and a choice also. So buttons are there. So if you see, the arrangement of the buttons is different in this frame compared to this one. And in all frames you find the arrangements are different. So layout is nothing but arrangement. So layout of what? Components. Layout of components. Using these layout managers, we can design our forms. We can design a user interface. We can decide what component should be at which place. Like text fields are there where they should be arranged, or list box is there where it should be. So we find their various forms or dialog boxes. We use them on our operating system or Windows or Mac operating system. So they have some arrangement. So those arrangements can be done by using layout managers. And Java is having built-in layout managers. They will manage the arrangement of components. So we will learn about those layout managers one by one. So let us look at them. First one is FlowLayout. It will arrange the components from left-hand side of a frame or a window and one beside another. And once it reaches the end of the right-hand side, means the end of the frame, the right-hand side boundary, then it will start filling the components in next line. Just like when you type some text in Notepad or text editor, once it touches the right-hand side boundary, text will start flowing in next line. So that's how the name is given as FlowLayout. So components will be arranged line by line, just like text. The default alignment for this one is center alignment. That's why these two are appearing in between the center of the frame. If you make it as left align or right align, then they will come on this left hand side or right hand side. And filling of these components will be done from left or right depending on the alignment. This is FlowLayout. The next one is BorderLayout. So for frame, the default layout is BorderLayout. So BorderLayout will have regions. The regions are east, this is east, okay, and this is west, and this is north, and this is south. These are the regions, and this is center. So total 5 regions are there. So it means I can show only 5 components. Yes, I can show only 5 components. But how to use it? We use it in a different way. We will not have just 5 components spread on the corners like this. We will use it for a different purpose. I will show you while writing an application for this one. By writing a program, I will show you the usage. The next is GridLayout. GridLayout, the components will be arranged in a grid structure. I have taken 3 by 3 grid. This one is 3 by 3 grid. So total 6 components are possible. And whatever the size of the frame is, grid will also become same size. So that is the reason these buttons are looking very big compared to this one, the normal buttons. And here also they are big because it is covering entire region. In BorderLayout, it is covering entire region. So here it will occupy a cell inside a grid, one of the cell. So I can say this is 1, 1, first row, first column, first row, second column. Or else if you say this as x-axis and this as y-axis, then x-axis 1, y-axis 1. This is x-axis 2 and y-axis 1. Okay, so you can take x and y-axis, whatever, how you want to understand is up to you. But this is first cell, second cell, 3 by 3. Oh, sorry, not 3 by 3. This is 3 rows, 2 columns. 3 rows, 2 columns. So I have taken a size 3 rows, 2 columns. So that's why 2 cells are appearing in each row. The next is GridBagLayout. GridBagLayout. So it is just like grid only. But in this grid layout, we cannot skip any cell. We cannot leave it empty. We cannot leave it empty. But in GridBagLayout, you can leave them empty. So like this cell is empty, you can see this one, and this cell is empty. So you can mention in which cell you want the component to appear. So you can mention the cell. Now this becomes 3 by 3, total 9. But I have only 5 components. So the 4 places I have kept them vacant. So GridBagLayout is similar to grid. So it will be working based on grid, where this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay. So this is cell number 1, 1, right? This is cell number 2, 1. Second in x and first one in y. This is 1. This is not coordinate system. Okay. Don't take it as coordinate system. These are the cell numbers based on x and y. So this is GridBagLayout. Then there is one more layout, CardLayout. So you can have different cards and you can show and hide the card. So at a time you can keep the single card visible. Like here I am keeping one of the card visible which is having 3 buttons, like button 1, 2 and 3. And in choice 1 is selected. So it is showing first card. Now this is second card. So once I select 2, then other 3 buttons are visible, like that is 4, 5, 6. 3 buttons are visible. So I am showing both the cards here. So in this way you can have some component here. Instead of choice you can take buttons also. Clicking of a button, a card will change. And upon a card you can have various options available on it. So the idea of card is just like a tabs. So in applications you find some tabs, right? If you click on this tab, then you will get the components or a form related to this tab. And when you click on this one, then it will show all the components related to this tab, right? So these are just like tabs. So card layout is just like tabs. So instead of these tab buttons, I have choice. Whichever I select, that card will be shown here. So these are various layout managers. Now I will write down the program and show you first one, that is FlowLayout, right? I was always setting FlowLayout, new FlowLayout in previous application, but I never explained. Now we have understood what does it mean by FlowLayout. Now I will write an application. I will show you this one. Then also, if video is not becoming lengthy, I will cover BorderLayout also in this one. Otherwise you will find it in next video. Let us continue. I have an application ready, that is my frame. I have been using this in previous application, creating an object and making it visible. Okay. Now for developing, giving a demonstration for FlowLayout, I will take few buttons. So first I will declare references of a button and create buttons. So here I have taken references of 6 buttons and I am creating 6 objects of buttons B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6. Sorry, B1, B2 to B6. Now I have to add this to a frame, but first of all I will set the layout. I have created an object of FlowLayout, F, okay, FL. I will change it to FL. Then FL dot, there are some methods in this one. See, get alignment. So I can set the alignment also, and get horizontal gap, get vertical gap. So I can change the gap also. Set alignment. So which alignment? Left align or right align? So how to mention left align or right align? So again I will write down here FlowLayout dot. Now you see, these are the static members and these are final constant values. So I can use any one of these. By default it is center, I told you already, right? Left align as well as right align. So I will select right align. Okay, right align. So from the right hand side you can see, regularly we see left hand side. Now let us set it as right align. I have created a flow layout and also set the alignment. Now set this layout as a layout of our frame. Okay, that is frame application. Then after this, I have to add all these buttons. So I will add all of these buttons. Add B1, then rest of them I will do. So I have added all these buttons to a frame. Now our application is ready. Let us run this one and check how the flow layout works. All 6 buttons in a single line. I will change the size. Oh, once I change the size, then all 6 buttons cannot appear in that single line. So it is moving to the next line. You can see that it is flowing to the next line. See, so all are in a single line, right? If I resize, now 1 button came in the next line. Now 2 buttons will come in the next line. So the flow layout is flowing the components in the next line. So this is about flow layout, and you can change the gap also. I will change the gap also and show you. FL dot set horizontal gap. I will give the horizontal gap and I will give it as 100. Let us see what happens. The the components must be separated by 100 spaces in between them. So a huge gap is there in between the components, you can see. So you can set the horizontal gap as well as vertical gap also. So that's all. This is about flow layout. So it is limited. So just alignment and gapping can be given. Now next I will show you border layout. Border layout. So for border layout, I don't have to set the layout. By default, the layout of a frame is border layout only. This is the default layout manager. So I don't have to set anything. I have 6 buttons. Simply I will add all these buttons in different corners of a frame. First button, I will add it in the north. So how to mention north? BorderLayout dot. So you will get the final values that are predefined inside this one. So you can mention this north. See, if you read this list, it is having east, west, north, south, center, and rest of them are alternate names for the same thing. They are alternate names. Okay. And these constants are in the form of a string. You can see on the right hand side the data type is given. So this on the north. So next I will set it on the east. So I will copy this one and I will paste it here. Then this one is south. And next one I will give it as west. And one more button is there. I will add it to center. Last button, 6th button, I don't have space for it, so I will not add it. Later I will use it. Now let us run and check. See, buttons are kept on all 4 boundaries as well as in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 I have included 2 times, I think. So 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe I have written 4 2 times somewhere. Okay. I have not written 3. Instead of 3, I wrote 4. So I saw it now. Anyway, this is the border layout, but this is not the way to use border layout. See, border layout, a button is just stretching along the whole window size on the top or vertically. That type of buttons we don't have. Then what is the use? I will take a panel. Then I will explain you. From this you will understand. Panel. I have created a panel. Now to this panel, I will add a few buttons. Okay. So p.add what? I will not create the objects with references. Directly on the fly, I will add buttons. I don't want the references. And the first button is Monday. I will give it as Monday. Then p.add button on this one. New button, that is Tuesday. Okay. Then p.add button Wednesday. I have added 3 buttons. Now I will explain this one. See, panel is also a container. Panel can have components. The default layout manager for panel is FlowLayout. To this I have added anonymous buttons, means no references there for these buttons. Like here we were having B1, B2 references. These are not having any references. So just I have added few buttons on a panel. Now this panel I will add it on this, in this border layout, that is in this frame on the side of east. I will add it to east. Already I have a button there. So I will cut off that. I will remove it. Now I will say add panel on border layout dot east. So on east I have added a panel. See, I created a panel, added few buttons to the panel, then added that panel to a frame. When I say just add, it is a frame. Now I will run and show you. See the application output. Button 1 is on the top. This is button 1, and instead of button 2 I have a panel which is having 3 buttons, and this is button 3 and button 4 and button 5 as it is. But this doesn't look good. Buttons are in a single row. I will change one thing here. Okay, I will change one thing, though I have not explained it, but I will change, then I will show you. You will understand what is the meaning of panel. So in this panel, instead of a FlowLayout as a layout manager, I will change the layout p set layout. So panels new layout I am setting new grid layout, that is 3 rows and 1 column, because I am adding 3 buttons. Now let us run. Oh, I got 3 buttons, one below another. I will just reduce the size little bit. Now this is looking like a toolbar on the right hand side. 3 buttons, one below another. It is looking like toolbar buttons. Yes. So if you put it up on the top, then the toolbar on the top side or left hand side, right hand side or bottom, wherever you want. And in the middle you can have other components. So you can use this border layout for developing panels, and those panels can act like toolbars. Now you can see the usage of panel and also the usage of border layout. So but I have used grid also. Grid I did not explain you. So in the border layout you can also give gaps in between the components. So this is how the border layout is used. So that's all about the layout. 2 layout managers I have shown you. Now other layout managers I will show you in next video. So that's all in this video. Practice this program by yourself. It's mandatory, it's compulsory. The programs are becoming a little lengthy. That's all. In this video, we will look at the demonstration for grid layout as well as GridBagLayout. This is very simple. Just we have to give the grid size, the number of rows and number of columns, then go on filling the components. So already in the previous video, I have shown you FlowLayout and BorderLayout. I'll continue with the same program. I will not write a different program. So if you have not seen previous video, just watch it. So I will take you to that program. So here is a frame, that is my frame, and I am having 6 buttons and I have created all the buttons as well as adding them one by one, that is from 1 to 6. Then inside main method, I am creating an object of a frame and displaying it. Now we know very well that the default layout of a frame is border layout. So I will just change the layout manager. Set layout. Within the bracket only I will create a object of grid layout, that is 3 rows, 2 columns. I have 6 components, so 3 rows, 2 columns. Let us run this. Yes, I got 3 rows, 2 columns. Okay, if I change the size of the frame, the size of the buttons will change because it is fitting perfectly inside the frame. I have stopped that one. Now I will change this. I want 2 rows and 3 columns. See, these are 2 rows and 3 columns. Now one more thing I will do. I will make a change in this one. Now I will add one more button. Okay, just simply add here. Add new button. I will add one more button and the label on that is 7. Then here I will give the dimension as 3 by 3. Let us see what happens. 3 rows, 3 columns. So 3 rows, 3 columns, 2 more cells are missing. Yes, we have only 7 cells. So that's it. This is about grid layout. And one more thing, you can give gap between the components also. Horizontal gap as well as vertical gaps between the components you can give. So in this way you can design a calculator also. Set of buttons together, you can make a calculator. Now let us go to GridBagLayout. See, this is a GridBagLayout. Grid layout is starting from this corner, but this may not start from where. It may be in the center. Depending on more and more components you are adding, it may be occupying major area of a frame. It may be occupying major area. But here we have only 3 rows, so it is appearing in the center of a frame. Now this is also taken as a grid. So where the grid is, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay, so and here also I will show you, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Now this is 1, 2, 3 in x-axis. This is 1, 2, 3 in y-axis. So this cell is 1, 1 and this is 2, 1. X is 2 and y is 1. This is 3, 1. So in this way I can mention any cell and I can put a component there in that cell. I can mention x and y values as per the grid and I can set a component there. Even we can make any component occupy more than 1 cells in a row as well as in a column. Depending on the component, it will expand. For using this GridBagLayout and to mention the grid coordinates x and y, we have to use GridBag constraints. So I will write just constraints here. So this is GridBag constraints. So using constraints, we mention x and y and then we will place the components. So I will use the same program and change the layout to GridBagLayout. Then I will show those components. So I have 6 buttons here. Now this is GridBagLayout. Okay, GridBagLayout. Then here I will create an object of GridBagLayout. GB assign new GridBagLayout. Then I said we have to use GridBag constraints, so I will create an object of GridBag constraints also. So I have 2 objects, that is GridBag as well as GridBag constraint. Now instead of this grid layout, I will remove this. I am modifying the previous program, right? So this is GridBag. And that's all. Now here I am adding components. So before adding the components, I will use the constraints and I will mention where the component should come. GridBag constraint dot. See, you will get all the properties here. So first one is grid X, and this I will set it as 1. GridBag component dot grid Y assign 1. Then this GridBag constraint I should use for adding this button. Add B1, comma, using this GridBag constraint. You have to mention this one, GridBag constraint. Now this button will be added to a layout on a frame by using this constraint whose X and Y, grid X and Y are 1, 1. Now similar thing I need for other buttons also. I will give different grid. Okay, cell numbers I will give different. Now this one, second button, 3 in X. So second one I am keeping it empty, and in Y it is 1 only. So for the second button now use this GridBag constraint. Now for the third button, let it go into second row. So row second means what? Y should be 2 and column 2. So X should be 2, and third button, that is GBC, that is GridBag constraint. So I'm mentioning the cell numbers based on X and Y. Remember this. Just observe carefully. Now next fourth button, I want in fourth column, that is X is 4th, and second row. So this is in second row. Okay. I'm not making a same shape what I have shown you. Just I am randomly putting them at different location. So GBC. Next, for the fifth button, again I will give the constraint. Now let it be in second column, but in third row. Let it be in third row. So fifth button is added based on this GridBag constraint. Now for sixth one also I will mention. Now let X be 1, but row number be 4. And this is GridBag constraint for this one. So I have 6 buttons here. Okay. They are located at different places. Now look at this. See, this is how it appears. Yeah. Seventh button that was being added without any GridBag constraint. So it is appearing outside this grid. So here you can see this is a grid. This portion is a grid. I will remove that button 7. Let us remove this one. Make it as a comment. Now I will run once again. Yes. This is how I have arranged them. Now I will change the arrangement. First button in first column and first row. X is 1 and Y is 1. Then second one is X is 2 and Y is also 2. So column 2 and row 2. Then third button is 3 and 3. Fourth button is 4 and 4. Fifth button, let it be 5 and 5. And sixth button is 6 and 6. Alright. Sixth column and sixth row. Y is for row. Let us see how they appear. Oh, they are arranged like a staircase. See. They are appearing in a diagonal. If you take this rectangular region like a grid, then they are arranged in a diagonal. They are arranged in a diagonal like this. So that's all about GridBagLayout. So practice this program, right? So you explore more about GridBagLayout by yourself. I have given a demonstration about how to use it. So write down this program by yourself. In this video, I will give the demonstration for CardLayout. See, this is the example application I have for CardLayout. So in this, I am using a choice in which there are two options. There are two items, 1 and 2. So if 1 is selected, then this card is shown. A card is containing buttons 1, 2, 3. And when 2 is selected, then the other card is shown. So that is having buttons 4, 5, 6. So anyway, I will change this one. I will not take buttons so that you can see the difference. Instead of this, I will take 3 text fields. Okay, I will take 3 text fields. So here I will take buttons and here I will take text field. And instead of choice, let us take radio checkboxes. That is radio buttons. I will take 2 radio buttons, 1 and 2. If you select this one, then this card will be shown. And if you select second one, then this card will be shown. So we need 2 cards. So I will develop this application. So let us understand what are the things we require. We require a frame, 3 buttons, 3 text fields, these text fields, 2 checkboxes. Then these buttons should be kept on some panel. Let us call it as P1, panel P1. And these text fields should be kept on second panel. Let us call it as panel 2. Then these 2 panels, I will put them together on one more panel. I will call it as main panel. So main P. Inside this, I will put P1 as well as P2 as two cards. Okay. So this panel will contain two cards, and two cards are two panels. So what is the layout manager for main P? The layout manager for this one is CardLayout. This is how I'm going to design the application. Okay. Panel P1 will contain buttons, P2 will contain text fields, and both the panels are added as cards to main panel. And this main panel is added to a frame. So this will be a main panel. It will be added to a frame. And what is the layout manager for frame? It is BorderLayout. We know this one. So BorderLayout. Okay. And upon that, I need two checkboxes. So I will put it in some panel. So I will call it as CP for checkbox panel or radio button panel. So this panel, I will add it on north. Okay. And this panel, that is main panel, main panel, I will add it in center. That's it. So frame will contain two panels, one in north with radio buttons and one in center with CardLayout as its layout manager. Then it will have two cards, and the cards will change. When I click on this, cards will change. So when the cards are changing means I should handle event on these two radio buttons. So which event I should handle? Item event. So this is a little lengthy. If you have not understood anything, just watch it once again. Okay. So keep these things in mind, then I will write on the code and show you. Let us write the code. Already I have written few things here. First is three buttons I have, B1, B2, B3. Then I have three text fields, T1, T2, T3. Then I have panel P1 and P2, and I will take one more panel, that is CP, for checkboxes. Then I have main panel also. This is main P. Then I have two checkboxes. Okay. Now let us enter into constructor. I have CardLayout demo as a title of this application. Then I have two checkboxes, but I should put them inside checkbox group. So for that, I will create a checkbox group CG, that is new checkbox group. And that checkbox group, I will give it to first checkbox group, and to the second checkbox also, that is checkbox group. Okay, two checkboxes. I have created buttons 1, 2, 3, and I have text fields of size, 3 text field of size 10, 10, 10. Now, panels I have not yet created. So I will create panel. So first I will create new panel for CP, new panel, and in this panel, I will set those two checkboxes. cp.add C1 as well as cp.add C2. Two checkboxes are added. Remember, the default layout of panel is FlowLayout, so they will be side by side. Okay. Then the first panel is ready. Now next is P1. In panel 1.add, I will add button 1. Likewise, I will add other two buttons also. Now next, I should add text fields. So on panel 2, I will add text fields. So T1. Likewise, I will add other two text fields also. So all three panels are ready. This is checkbox panel, that is radio button panel, and first panel with buttons and second panel with text fields. All panels are ready. Now I have to, one thing I missed, I should create the object of first panel, that is new panel, and I should create the object of second panel, that is P2 assign new panel. Okay. Then it is showing some error. I should pass three parameters here. That is label of a checkbox and whether it is selected or deselected. So true for selected, and the second one is false, it is not selected. Radio button, one of the radio button I will select. So three parameters are there. Now come back to this one. Now I should create a main panel. So main P assign new panel. Now inside this panel, I have to set two panels, P1 and P2. So first of all, I should set the layout of this main panel. Set layout, new CardLayout. So the panel is CardLayout. Okay, I have set the layout as CardLayout. Then inside main P dot add, I will give the first card name as 1. You have to give card names, and I will add P1. Okay, then main p dot add, I will give the second name as 2, then add p2. So that's it. I have almost completed. Now I will show you what all I have done. Okay, then the rest of the work I will continue. Instead of choice, I have checkboxes, 2 checkboxes. Okay, then I have 3 buttons, 1, 2, 3. Then here I said I will take text fields, so 3 text fields. So here 3 text fields and here 3 buttons are there. Then I said that these should be added to one panel, let us say P1. So I have added them to a panel here in P1. Buttons are added. Then text fields, I said I will add them to a panel, that is P2. So here I have added to a panel P2 text fields. Then I said that these 2 panels, actually I am showing them in 2 pictures, that is in a single application, same application. Okay. Now these 2 panels together should be kept inside main panel whose layout is CardLayout. Okay. So I have taken one more panel, that is main panel, and CardLayout is set. Then I have added P1 and P2. Now this panel, that is main P, I am calling it as main P, this should be added to a frame, as well as this checkbox panel should be added to a frame. So this is the next work that I have to do. So let us write down this one. Add CP where BorderLayout, okay, dot north. This is at north. Then add main P, main panel, where at BorderLayout dot center. So this is center. That's it. So complete user interface is ready. Alright, let us run this and check what happens. If I click on this, then it should change to text fields. It is not changing. I have not handled the event. I should handle the event. So now the last work that I have to do is handle the event. If this is selected, I should show buttons. If this is selected, I should show text fields. So let us go back and add event handler, that is item listener. I will remove this. Now this work is over. So here after frame, I will say implements item listener. Okay. Then for this, I should handle a event. So for that, I should override a method, that is public void item state change. Now inside this, if first checkbox is selected, I should show first panel, otherwise second panel, that is the last panel. Let us see now. Now we are looking at the methods of CardLayout. I will check if C1, that is checkbox 1 dot get state. So I should get the state. If it is true, means first checkbox is selected, then in the CardLayout, I have to change the card. Oh, there is no CardLayout. Okay, I should make one more change in the code. I should go up here and I should create a reference of CardLayout CL. Then here I should create an object of CardLayout. Then I should set it. CL assign new CardLayout. Then I should set that CL here so that I can use a CL for CardLayout. Now, if the first checkbox is selected, then CardLayout dot see. These are the methods of CardLayout. First means it will go on first card. Last means it will go on to the last card. Next means from the current card, it will go to the next card. Previous means from the current card, it will go to the previous card. So we want first card. So we'll go to first. This one. In which panel I should give the name, that is main P. It is inside main P. Else, definitely it will be a second card. So CL dot, actually we have only 2 cards. So we don't have to say next. We can say last and main P. I have handled the event, but these events should be added. Listener should be added to checkboxes. So here I am creating checkboxes. Just below that, I will write down C1 dot add item listener this. Then same thing I should do it for second one also. For second checkbox also have done. Now let us run. Now look at this application. 2 means text fields. You can see text fields, right? There are 3 text fields shown. 1 means buttons. Buttons 1, 2, 3 button, right? Now 2 means text fields. Same text fields. Okay. So this is how CardLayout works. So this is nothing but like tabs. It is working like tabs. So that's all about card layout. The code was little lengthy because we have to take too many components and arrange them. Then only we can see a basic implementation of card layout. Otherwise, if I take just one component, you cannot understand what is happening. So you have to go through this code once and develop your own application by watching this video. So practice this one, don't miss it. So that's all in this video. In this video, I will explain about KeyEvent. When we type anything from the keyboard, we can take that also as event. It is also treated as event. So Java AWT generate event whenever you are pressing any key. Just like in a text field, suppose if you have a text field and when you are typing something here, then it is nothing but a key event. But in text field, we have taken it as a text event. We were not calling it as key event. Upon text field, in Java AWT, it is converted into a text event. But basically, it is a key event. So, key event can be captured in their original form upon containers. So here, frame is a container. Frame is a container, right? This is the frame. So upon this frame, we can handle key events, or key events are generated upon frames. So we will learn about key events and we handle them upon frame. So first of all, I'll explain about key event. See, from the keyboard, I'll just draw one key here. A letter A is written here. When you are pressing it, then it generates an event key pressed. And when you press it and hold it for some time, then it is taken as key typed. We say it is key typed. That is also a key event. Key press is one event. Key typed is one event. And key release is another event. So actually there are three events generated by pressing of a key. When you are pressing it, it is an event. When you are holding it, it's an event. And when you are releasing it, it is also an event. So just by pressing one single key, there are three different events generated. Altogether, they are called as key event only. So actually, I can say these are three different cases or situations in which key event is generated. And one more thing in this, when you press a key, it is one time upon a key. Then release, that also happens one time. But if you are holding it, then key typed event will be continuously generated. Like you might have observed in Notepad, when you type something and when you hold a key for long, then it will repeatedly take the same characters. So that is key typed event is generated multiple times. So this is all about key event. So there are three cases, situations in which it is generated. Alright. Now we will learn how to handle this event. So we will handle it upon a frame. Now I will explain this through an application. So what I am going to do in application, let us see. I will take a frame. Upon this, I will take 4 labels, 1, 2, 3, as well as one more. 4 labels I will take. Now when I press a key, this label will show key pressed. And the moment when the key is pressed, the key type is also generated. And if I am holding it for a longer time, then this will continuously get generated. Okay. So actually, these two are related to pressing of a key. And in one more label, I will show release of a key. So I don't have a picture to show you here. Release, when the key is released, this label will show key release. And we can know the time at which the key is pressed. So I will show the time here in another label. So I will take 4 labels so that we can capture these situations of key event. And I will also show when these events are happening. So let us develop this application. So I will develop a basic frame application. Then in that I will add labels and continue. So I have a NetBeans project ready and I am having a class myFrame. This I have been using. So always I am using the same class because you are familiar with that one. If I change the code, then again I have to explain that code. So I am using the same class. In this class, I will declare references of label. 4 labels I need. Okay. So I have taken 4 labels. Then inside constructor, myFrame constructor, inside this one super, I'll give the title that is KeyEvent demo. Okay. Now I should create labels and set them. So I will create the labels. So L1 assign new label. I will give it empty text. So empty string I am giving. There is nothing in that. One time I told that when you create a label, the size of the label will be equal to its string, right? Whatever the string. So there is no string means the label size will be nothing, right? It cannot show anything. But no, I will show you how we can display some text inside that even though it is empty. Okay, this is one of the method of making a bigger size label, and the other method I will show you. Okay, so let it be empty. Then I will create label for all 4. Okay, so I will copy and paste it. So I have 4 labels ready. Now I should add them to a frame. So for that I should set the layout. So I will say set layout null. Oh, null means no layout. Yes, there is no layout. I don't want flow layout or border layout. Nothing I want. Then how to arrange the items? So we can set the boundaries of the components and we can add them to a frame. So I will set the boundaries for all these. So for first label, set boundary. So there is a method. So this you can do it for any component. So you can set the boundaries. So how to set the boundaries? We have to mention X and Y coordinates, X and Y location. See, inside a frame, this you can treat it as 0. Actually, this will be taken as 0, 0. And this is X and this is Y. So this may be some 20, 20, I think. Okay. In Y axis, it will be 20 something after title. So this is the position. Okay. And then I can mention width and height. So for a component, I should mention these things. This is X and Y based on the X axis and Y axis. And how much is width and how much is height. So I will give the component dimensions 30, 10. Okay, 30 in X axis, 10 in Y axis. 30 means little below the title bar. Then width is 100 and height is 20. Now same way I will set the boundaries for all others. These are the dimensions of first label. Now for the second label I will take 30 only, but Y axis I will take it as, in this 10 I will include 30 more, so this is 40. Okay, then 30 more to this one, so this is 70, and 30 more to this one, so this is 100. So because the height is 20, so I am taking 10 more pixels extra, so total 30 spaces away from this label. Let us look at it. See, this is X and Y. Okay, X and Y, and width and height. This is height. Now next label I am giving in the same X axis but next Y axis. So how much away? Height plus 10 more. So let us say this is the X and Y value for this one. Okay, height is 20 plus 10. So you will find a little gap below this one. Then this is X axis and this is Y axis, then width and height. Now next I should add all these labels to a frame. Add L2. So I have added all those components to a frame. If I run, let us see what happens. See, nothing is appearing here because I have not given any text inside labels. Go back to the application and stop it. Now, next I have to handle KeyEvent. So first of all, let us learn about the KeyEvent class. See, already I have kept it open in browser. That is Java documents from Oracle website. Okay, docs.oracle.com. So you know very well how to reach there. Now KeyEvent class, this is a KeyEvent class. See, KeyEvent is generated in 3 cases: when key is pressed, or key is typed, or key is released. Okay, and one more thing, key typed is only generated if valid Unicode character could be generated. So the meaning is, if you press shift key, then key typed will not be generated. When you press any letter which is having its code, ASCII code, then only this key typed is generated. If you press caps lock, then it is not generated. If you press shift or alt or control, this will not be generated. Okay, that is the meaning. Now, first of all, I will show you the methods in this one. So I'll scroll down quickly. These are the methods. Get key char. You can get the character, means the letter that is pressed from the keyboard. Get key code. You can get the code of a key, that is ASCII code or Unicode of a key that is pressed. Unicode you will get. And then next, get key modifier text. So if shift or control, whatever was pressed, that you will know. Okay, modifier. So it will give you a string that describes which key was pressed. Then get key text. So you will get the name of a key like home, F1, A. So you will get it in the form of a string. So these are the methods. So the more important method is get key char. You can get the character form of a key or code of a key, that is Unicode of a key. So these are the two methods. Now one more thing. If it is a character key, we can get a char. Okay. If it is not a character key, it may be shift or control or any other thing. Then how do you know that what is the code of that key? So we don't know codes of all the keys on the keyboard. We know alphabets, that is 65 to 90 and 97 to 122. We know the ASCII codes of characters, but we don't know the codes for each and every key on the keyboard. So don't worry for the codes. Built-in constants are given for those codes. Let us look at that. Those codes are called as virtual keys. So this KeyEvent class is having a code available for every key. So you can use that code. See, VK0, VK1, VK2, this is for numbers, right? Then here, okay, I'll just scroll down. Braces left, braces right, C, cancel, caps lock, colon, comma, all right, control. For everything, constants are available. So the code for the key control is defined as a final value here. That is virtual key. So you don't remember the code, just compare it with this one. So you can say that if the code is equal to VK control, then it is a control key. Alright. So for everything, codes are available. So if you look at it once, you will get the idea. You should visit this, okay, and see these codes, read them by yourself once, then you will remember them. So you don't have to by heart all of them. Just you go through once, you will have the idea. Right? And anytime you can come back and visit this documentation. If you need any help, you can come back. So this is about KeyEvent. Now what about key listener? Let us look at it. So these were the events. Now here is a key listener. Key listener. Listener is an interface. The interface will have some abstract methods. So what are the methods in this one? See, it is having the methods key pressed, key released, key typed. Yes. For three situations, three different methods are available. So depending on the case, the related method will be called. If you're pressing it, then key press will be called. If you're releasing a key, key release will be called. And when you're holding a key and it is a character key, then key type will be called. So if we implement this interface, then we should override three methods. Let us go back to the program and do it. Here I will write down implements key listener. Okay. This is done. Now I should override three methods. What are those? Public void key pressed, and the parameter is KeyEvent key. This is one method. Now likewise, I will write all other methods. So I will copy this and write down two more methods. Copy this one. I have overridden all three methods. Key pressed, key released, okay, then key typed. I have three methods. Now I said that for every event, I will set in the label. I will set the text in the label. So first label is for press, next is for key released, then next for key typed, and this is for time. Okay. So key pressed, I will write here. So label one dot set text. What text I want? Here I will type key pressed. So I can see that this appears there when key is pressed. Okay. And when key is pressed, next is key release. Then L2 dot set text. And in this I will write down key released. L3 dot set text. Here key typed. Then one more thing. I said that inside this only I will show the time at which the key was pressed. So L4 is for setting the time. Set text. Now KE dot gives you the time. See when the key was generated. So actually when returns a long value. So for that long value, I should convert it to a date. So I will make it as a new date. So this will convert a long value into a date and it will show that date. Okay, but this is a date type of value, so I should make it as a string. So give empty string along with it, so it gets converted into a string. Now one more thing, when key is pressed, it should not show key released. So I will do one thing. So second label, I will set the text to empty string so that it get clear. And when it is released, I should clear off key typed, key press as well as date. So L1 I should set the text to empty string. Okay, then L3 also I will set it cleared. Okay, so I should clear off rest of them when the key is released. So L4 also set text empty string. That's all. This is over. Now this listener should be added to a frame, right? I should add a listener to a frame. So add key listener this. That's it. Now run it. Let us check. I have an application running here. Now I will press K. See, key pressed. Oh, some coordinates. There is some problem with the coordinates. Typed is showing. Now release is showing. Okay, that key pressed is half visible. Okay, because I have given coordinates that are to inside the title bar. Now when I press a key pressed, here it is appearing, key pressed, and then key typed, and here it is showing the time. Okay, then key typed also it is showing. And when I release, key release is shown. And the time, it is not showing complete time. Okay, I will go back. Then I will change the boundaries. See, y was 10 here, so I will make it as y as 20. Okay, I will increase this y coordinates. So this also as 50 and this also 80. So I will push them a little bit. Now, one more thing. Fourth one was showing date and time. So 100 is not sufficient. So I'll make the size as 200. So little bigger. Now let us run and check. Now watch carefully. I will press one key. H. I have pressed H. Key pressed is upcoming and key typed, and it is showing the time also, you see. It is just like watch, it is showing. Means every time it is taking that time and updating it into the text. So this shows that key typed is continuously generated. Key typed is continuously generated. That's why every time it is taking that new value of time and it is showing here, it is updating here. Now released, key released. So that's it. This is about key event and key listener. So the video topic has become a little lengthy. So learn about it. So watch the video very carefully and practice this one. This is very important. Once you practice, it is very easy. So try to write on the code. Okay, and if you have any questions, you can ask me under question answer section. That's all in this video. Let us learn about MouseEvent. I will explain you what are the cases in which MouseEvent is generated. Then also I will explain what are the interfaces that are available for handling MouseEvent. So that is, we will learn about listeners. So all these things I will explain through an example. So for example, I will take a frame application. Inside that I will take one label, and that label will give a message about a mouse event. So what has happened, it will show here. I will handle a mouse event and I will display related messages here. Now next thing, we will understand in what cases mouse event is generated. Mouse event is generated when the mouse pointer, you can see the mouse pointer on the screen, I am moving it. It has entered in the region of a component. So suppose I am handling mouse event upon a frame, this frame, right, on entire frame. Then if it has entered in a frame, it generates an event. Mouse entered. So this is mouse entered. And if the cursor is here and it is going outside the frame, so mouse exited. So this will also generate an event. So mouse entered is an event, mouse exited is an event. Then keeping a mouse pointer here, if I click the button, left button of a mouse, then it is mouse clicked, mouse clicked. So this is mouse clicked event, and that click is caused by pressing of a key, right, as well as releasing of a key. All right. So mouse pressed and mouse released together will cause mouse clicked. So mouse click involved two more events, that is press and release. But these are all three different situations. I will explain you. See, mouse pointer is here. I have pressed left button and released. So it is called as clicked. Now next, cursor is here and I pressed mouse button. And by keeping it pressed, I moved it. Then released. So here it was pressed and here it was released. So these two events are separately identified. We can identify them in this situation. But in the clicked, we cannot identify them, but though they are happening. The next situation, see if a mouse pointer is moving, just moving, right? If it is moving a little bit also, it generates an event that is mouse moved. And if you are pressing a button and you are dragging it, so it is mouse dragged. So these are the events generated using mouse. So these are the situations in which it will generate mouse event. So total there are 7 situations. Listeners are provided for handling these events. See, these 5 reasons of event are handled in a listener, that is mouse listener. And these 2 are handled by a listener, that is mouse motion listener. So it is mouse motion listener. So let us develop the application and handle all these events. So I will take a frame and a label, then I will continue. Let us go to application. Already I have written the code for this application. So regular code that I have been showing in the previous videos. See, I have imported, I will explain this code. I have imported the packages, then I have written a class called myFrame extends frame. It is having a label and I have given title in the constructor. Then created a label, layout is null. Okay, layout is null. Then only you can handle MouseEvent and KeyEvent upon frame. Otherwise you can have a panel and that you can have event handling, right? So on a frame if you want, then set the layout as null. Then I have set the bounds of a label and added a label. This part is over. In the main method, I am creating a frame and displaying it. This is a regular thing, always you should do, right? Now next, what I want is, I want to handle mouse event. So I will show you mouse event and mouse listeners that are available. So here is a documentation of AWT package. Then inside this, these are interfaces. Next is, these are classes. So if you look at mouse event class. So let us look at this event class. See, I have shown you the cases in which this event is generated, so that same thing is mentioned here. Mouse press, mouse release, mouse clicked, mouse entered, exited, and so on. Then next is, these are the predefined constant, that is finals, that are available inside a mouse event class that gives the constants for button 1, button 2, button 3. So earlier mouse used to have 3 buttons when Java was first introduced. So mouse used to have 3 buttons, left, right, and middle button also. So that is the reason it is having 3 constants. Then mouse click is also constant. All these are constants, right? So anyway, we don't use them more oftenly. We don't require them. So just constants are available. Let us go ahead next. Now here are the methods. So what are the methods? See, get button. So it will give you a button, which button is pressed. So if a click happen, then which button is pressed. So you can get a button and check which button is pressed. So for that you can check it with this constant. This one, button 1 or button 2, means get button is equal to button 1 or button 2, whichever one you want to compare. So you can use these constants there. So if it is button 1, then you can do something, otherwise something else, depending on the button clicked. Now get click count. So if you are aware of double click, right? Double click is there. So you can know how many times click is done, single click or double click. So this get click count will give you the number of times mouse is clicked. Then get location on screen and so on. So next is get point at which this event was generated, means where the mouse cursor was. See, I am using a mouse cursor here. I am using moving this one. Okay. So now it is here. It is here. It is here now. So that point you can get point at the position of that cursor, mouse cursor. Next is get X. You can just get X coordinate. You can just get Y coordinate. Point means it will return a point. Point is a built-in class in Java, right? We have written our own class also somewhere in one of the project, but actually it's a built-in class. So we can use that class directly. So get X, get Y, get on screen X, get on screen Y. What does it mean? On screen X and on screen Y, what does it mean? Let us see. See, I'll explain. See, this is a window, right? This is a window. It is starting from here. So if the cursor is here, then based on this window, this as a origin, this is 0, 0, where this is x-axis and this is y-axis, you can get some coordinates of this mouse cursor which is present here. But the same mouse cursor can have different coordinates depending on this as a origin. See, I'm moving the mouse on the top left corner. You can check this. This as a origin. Look at the top left corner. So this is screen's origin, right? X, this is 0, 0, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So based on that x and y, its value is different. Based on this origin, this value is different. So that's why there are different methods. So get X will give you based on window. Get X on screen will give you based on the screen. Then is pop-up triggered? So you can understand now. Is pop-up triggered means right click button is pressed. We use right click button for pop-up menus, right? So is it clicked? So you can find out. So we can find out whether a right click is done or not. See, these are the useful methods of a mouse event. Now let us look at listener. So I will go back to the package, then look at listener. So first listener is mouse listener, and it is having 5 methods. So it is having 5 methods: mouse clicked, mouse entered, mouse exited, pressed, released. Okay. Then next, mouse motion listener. Wheel listener is also there, so you can study it by yourself. Nowadays wheels are not there. Mouse with wheel are not there in the market, so that may not be useful, but if you want, you can study it. So in mouse motion listener, mouse dragged and mouse moved, these two are there. Okay, so we will handle both the listeners. So we will implement methods. So total 7 methods, abstract methods I have to implement. So let us go back to the code. Now I will make my class implement mouse listener interface. Okay. Then also mouse motion listener interface. Now once I write implements these 2 listeners, this class became abstract because it must override those methods. So I will just select this one or click there, press Alt Enter. So implement abstract methods. Yes, implement abstract methods. All the methods, 7 methods are added. So I don't have to write on the body, but it is having a exception also. I don't want that exception, so I will remove that. So now the code is ready. I have all 7 methods. So what I wanted to do is, whatever the event is, the same message I will display it in the label. So I will write one of the message l.setText. Okay. What I want to write here, this is mouse clicked. So I will write mouse clicked. That's it. Then same thing, mouse press, release, all these I have to do. I am going to show it in the label only. So I will copy this line and paste it everywhere, and I will modify the text. Then after that I'll explain you. So all the methods are ready. I have implemented all the methods. So just I want to show the action done by a mouse, pointer, or whatever the activity done using mouse. I want to show it in a label. That's it. So I am showing that thing. Now one more thing I would like to add here. I will take one more label. Okay. This L is already there, so I will take one more, L2. And then I will create a label, that is L2. I have created one more label. Then I will set the boundaries. So I have set the boundaries. Now also I will add it. So this part is over. Now what I am going to do with this label, I want to show the coordinates where the mouse pointer is pointing. So I can do it anywhere. So let us take mouse move. Okay, mouse move. Just mouse move. Inside this, L2.setText. Okay, set text. Inside that, from MouseEvent, ME, right? Oh, sorry, it is E, just E. E dot MouseEvent. Get X. Get X, right? This is get X coordinates. Then I'll give some space, and not space, comma I will give. Then next I will show E dot get Y also. Get Y. Okay, let us do one thing. Let us put this thing, entire thing inside parenthesis, braces. Okay, this will look good. It will look like just like a coordinate, XY coordinate. That's it. Now the last thing what I have to do is I should handle mouse listener and mouse motion listener. Both the listeners, I should register them with frame. Add mouse listener this. Then add mouse motion listener this. Now the application is ready. I will run it and watch how it works. See, mouse exited. You can read the message, right? Now I'm going to bring the mouse inside. Okay, I'll bring it slowly inside. Now it's about to enter in, right? So mouse moved. So entered we are unable to see because the moment cursor entered in, it is also move all, right? It is also moving the cursor. So that's why we are unable to see entered or exit. Exit, move, right? So move, entered and then move. Then I am just moving it. You can see that it is showing the coordinates where I am pointing now. Cursor is here, right? Cursor is here. Now this corner is 20 comma, right? Last one recorded. This is 0 comma 25, right? So this is showing the coordinates. Now I will press mouse button. Pressed. I am holding it, right? I am holding it. That's why it has not yet shown clicked. Now it's clicked. Release it is not showing. Pressed. I am holding it. Then release it is not showing. Actually it has moved also. So pressed, clicked, pressed, clicked. Now watch it. Press, move, drag you can see. So by holding it, if you move, it is dragged. Then release. So it is not clicked. See, press release, it is clicked. Press, drag, then release. So this is release. It is not a click. And the coordinates it is showing. So I have shown you all the events that I am handling here. Mouse, using mouse, these are the reasons for which the events are generated. So all these are actually events. Together they are called as MouseEvent in Java. So that's all about MouseEvent. The application was little lengthy. So it is mandatory for you to practice this once. So if you are getting used to with this type of code, then you can quickly develop the application. So practice this program. So that's all in this video. In this video, I will explain about WindowEvent. So far we have developed so many AWT applications, but every time I was showing you that we cannot close a window. So I was using Mac, so the close button was on the left hand side. We cannot close the application. But I have not shown you how to close it. The reason, we have to handle WindowEvent when you want to close the window. Let us learn about WindowEvent. So I'll show you the situations in which the WindowEvent is generated. So I have a notepad and a command prompt here. Okay. So I will close notepad. See, now command prompt is open here. If I click on notepad, there's a notepad. Now you have seen that a notepad window has opened. So window open is an event. So when the window is opening, it's an event. And if you want to do anything, if you want to take any action at that time, you can do it. Like usually whenever an application opens, it will get it ready by opening various files or establishing various connections if it requires. Like a Chrome browser, when you open it, it will establish connection with internet. If it is not found, it will give a message that internet connection is not available. So once you open it, it will try to do that. So when the application is opening, window is opened, then you can perform any operations by handling that event. Now next is window closed. So window close will give actually two events, generates two events. When I am clicking on this red button, it will be closing and then gets closed. So you can say that once the button is clicked, close button is clicked, it will be getting closed. So we say closing is an event and then closed. So while closing is one event and closed is another event. So it generates two events. So if I close this, it will generate two events. I will open it again, notepad window. Now, so total three reasons I have shown you, that window open, window closed and window closing, right? Now just watch this untitled notepad. Just watch it here. Okay, look at there only. You can see that the color has changed. It is more lighter gray now because notepad is not active. Now again you watch on untitled notepad only. If I click this, then it is in black color. So gray and black. Now black means that it is active. So window active. So window activated, window deactivated. These are the two events. Now when window is active, It can do whatever it has to do, and when it is not active, when it is deactivated, then it can stop some work what it was doing because user is not using the application. So you can have this event handling and you can stop any process if you want because the user is not using this window now, though it is open but not active. So total 5 events I have shown you. Now 2 more events are there. I will minimize. So window iconified, maximize, de-iconified. Iconified means minimized, de-iconified means maximized. So in Java, there are total 7 window events. All together they are called as window events. 7 cases in which the window event is generated. So when you want to close the application, then you should handle window event and you should respond to window closing. In that you should say system.exit, then the window will close, application will close. Otherwise you have to stop it forcibly only. So this is the method of closing a window. Now let us develop a program and learn about window event. So first of all, I will take you to window listener interface and show you what are the methods available that you have to override. See, this is a window listener interface and this interface is having 7 methods. You have to override 7 methods for handling this window event. Whether you need them or don't need them, you have to implement all those methods. Let us do it. I have an application ready, so I will first explain it, then I will continue writing the rest of the code in that application. See, I have a myFrame class, extends a frame. Then it is having one label in which I want to show what is happening to a window, but we cannot see all of them, right? When it is iconified, we cannot see that it is iconified. We cannot see the label. And when it is closing or closed, also we cannot see it. See, I have taken a label to show the messages of the event. So whichever possible, we will be looking at them, right? Because all of the events, we cannot see them. Then in the frame, my frame constructor, I have a title, then I have taken a label and I have set the layout as FlowLayout, then I have added a label and I have given enough space, a bigger space here because I am not setting the boundaries. Okay. And this is a class for main method. I have a class for main method. Now I have to handle window event. So I should implement window listener. Once I say implements window listener, then I should override all 7 methods. Let us look at those methods once again. See, this window listener is having window activated, window closed, window closing, window open, or iconified, de-iconified, and the last one is open. So let us implement all of them. I will write on one of the method, public void window opened, and this takes window event, WE. Okay, so this is window event. So similarly, I will implement all other methods, right? So window open, window close, all those things. Then we will see further. So I have written the body of all the methods, right, that are there in window listener. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to show a message in a label. That's it, whatever is happening. Now l.setText, here I will say window opened. Got it? Now same thing I want to do in all these. So I will copy it and paste it here. Now window closing. I said that inside window closing we should call system.exit and 0. 0 is the status sent to the operating system informing the operating system that program has successfully executed. 0 means there are no errors. Right? No errors. 0 means no errors. If there is any error, then we can send the error code to operating system. So that's why exit 0. Then this was window closing. Okay. Then next one is window closed. So we cannot see this. Once it is closed, how we can see the label? So that's what I was saying. We may not be able to see all of them. This is iconified. When it is iconified, we cannot see that it is iconified. Isn't it? Then next is de-iconified. Yes, we can see this one. De-iconified we can see. Then next one is activated. So window activated. Then one more is window deactivated. That's all. Then these events will be handled by a frame. So upon a frame, I should say add window listener. That's all. This is a simple application, though the code is lengthy, but it is simple to understand and simple to implement. Now inside this main, I have not written this object of my frame, and I have to set its size and set it visible, right? I will do that. So I have done it. Let us run the program. You can see a message window open because just now a window has started. Then next I will open terminal. So if I open terminal, what happens? Let us see. See, terminal has opened and you can see here that window deactivated. Now if I click on the window, window activated, deactivated, activated. So now you can see the messages, right? When the event is generating, all these are window events. Open, activated, deactivated. 3 we have seen. I will try to minimize it, iconified. So it will quickly go off. So maybe we can get a glance of that message. No, we could not get it. So I will again open it. Okay. So window de-iconified. This we can see because window is visible. Now last I will close. So when I click close, closing then closed, right? So closing, closed. I could not see because the window was closed. So when I click on that, my window has closed because system had exit. When you come back to NetBeans, successfully build, successfully and execute it. Okay. So green color. So see, from the beginning in AWT application, it was coming in red color. The reason I was stopping it here, right? I was stopping it here, but now we are able to close the application. Let us run once again and close it once again. Okay. This is the application. I will close this terminal. Now again, let us close this. So it is closing. So it means to learn how to close a window in Java AWT, you have to learn up to WindowEvent. And WindowEvent is having 7 methods in its listener. So definitely it's one of the last topics. So we will learn at the last how to close a window. Then later on in one of the video, I will show you how to write very few methods or just one method for closing it. So that we will see it in a separate video. Okay, you don't have to write on all 7 methods every time. Then what are the options available? I will show it in the next video. So that's all in this video. Write down this. You type everything by yourself. Type it once. At least once you should do. When you are learning Java, you should do it once, right? If you don't do it, directly go upon writing a single method, then you are not used to with these things. If any time you require this, then you may get confused. So it is just like tasting everything. Okay, so if you have a buffet, a lot of dishes are there. Taste everything, right? Then eat the one that you want, you like most, but taste everything. So write on this program and check it by yourself once. That's all.
Let's learn about adapter classes. Adapter classes are alternate for listeners. We have already learned about listeners in previous videos. If you have not seen those videos, I suggest you go back and watch them. I have shown various events as well as their handlers that are listeners. And some of them were, let us look at them once again, like item listener, key listener, mouse listener, action listener, adjustment listener, window listener, and more important one is window listener. Now there is some problem in this one, in these listeners. What is that problem? Let us look at it. If I check action listener, then it is having only one method, action perform. So this is a single method interface. So this is a functional interface. So just if I am implementing a action listener, then I should override only one method. When I need it, then only I will implement and override that method. Let us go to window listener. Now window listener is having 7 methods, abstract methods. So this is not a functional interface. It is not having just one single function. It is having 7 methods. And all I have to override. Otherwise, my class become abstract. This is a problem. Suppose I want only one method. I don't want all of them. I want only one method that I want to close the window. For that, I should override only window closing method. How this is possible without implementing the body of these? Suppose I don't want these, then at least I should write empty body of all these methods, but I must write their body. This is a problem that makes my program very lengthy. So to remove this problem, Java has provided adapter classes. Let us look at that. So for window listener, I will show you adapter class. So there is a class called window adapter. It's a class. And it is not an abstract class. It's a concrete class. So it is having all the methods. And these methods are having body, but body is dummy. So it's a class, a concrete class, so I can use it. So how I can use it? I can inherit my class and I can use this class by overriding only the required method. I should not override all methods, only required methods. Suppose I want only window closing, so I can override that method. But I should write a class which is inheriting from window adapter. So that is the difference. Window listener means we will implement, but window adapter means we have to extend. Okay, we got one solution that we don't have to write all 7 methods of window listener. We can use window adapter and just write only one required method. So window adapter is there. So what are other adapters? Let us go up and check. Right, while going up, I am showing mouse adapter and mouse motion adapter. Mouse listener was having 5 methods. For that, we have mouse adapter, which is having those methods with body. Okay, see, so it is having more methods. That wheel method is also included here. Moved and drag method is also included here. So it is having total 8 methods. Let us go back. Mouse motion adapter. So it is also having methods like mouse dragged and mouse moved. So it means if I take mouse adapter, then I can handle all of them because mouse dragged and moved were also there in mouse adapter, right? If you want only motion events, then you can go for mouse motion adapter. So like this, key adapter is there, focus adapter is there, but action adapter is not there. It is not required because action listener is having only one method. Why you need an adapter? Only one method, and if you want, you override it, implement it. Similarly, adjustment event doesn't have any adapter, right? There is no adjustment adapter. And item adapter is also not there because all these are functional interfaces which are having only one abstract method. So this is about adapter classes. Now let us see how to use them. So I will take only one class, one event, that is window adapter. Then I will show you. I will override closing method. Okay, so what are the ways I can do? Let us write a program for this one. I have already kept a program ready. Look at this. Class myFrame extends frame. Now I cannot extend from multiple classes. So I cannot write comma extends or extends frame comma window adapter. I cannot say that. I cannot write it. I will try this. See this one. It's an error. It is not saying that you cannot extend from multiple classes. So, but it's an error. It is understood. We should know that we cannot extend. Then, what's the method? How I can do that? So, I can write an inner class for this one. If possible, you can extend. Okay. You can write inner class. Class my window adapter extends window adapter. Okay. Then, and inside the class, I should write override only one method. That is public void window closing. Okay, and this is window event WE, and inside this I'll write system.exit for stopping the app. A class inside this class, frame class, my frame class. So is an inner class. Now inside this my frame, I will just add a window listener. Add window listener. Which one? This class, my window adapter. So I should create an object of this my window adapter and pass it my window adapter. That's it. So I'm creating an anonymous object and I'm passing it. On fly, I have created an object of my window adapter and given it to add window listener. So this method will be called automatically. It has accepted because my window adapter is extending from window adapter and this window adapter is implementing window listener, right? That those classes are implementing listeners. So this is implementing window listener. So we don't have to worry about rest of the methods because they have their dummy body or empty body inside this window adapter. Let us run and see. I will close this. Yes, it's closed. It's working. That's it. This is one method. So we have done this using inner class. Can I write this class outside my frame? I can write it. See, this is outside my frame. So now I have two classes. One is my window adapter and next one is frame class. This is my window adapter class and this is a frame class. Other one is an application class with a main method. So we have two other classes, right? Window adapter and frame. Let us see whether it works or not. It's an independent class. So yes, it works. If I close, it's working. So what is the benefit? If I write inside my frame as inner class, then it is useful only inside my frame. If I write it as a separate class, then it can be used by many other classes. If I have multiple frames, then all those frames can use this class. That is the benefit. It's based on the design, whether you want it as an inner class or you want it as a separate independent class. Then there is one more method of doing this. I don't have to write a class for this one, so I will remove this. I have removed the class, my window adapter. I will remove this also. Now, in add window listener method, I will create the object of window adapter. Can I create the object of a window adapter class? Yes, I can create. But the methods are having dummy body. They are not going to do anything. So that is the reason the class cannot be instantiated, because it is made as abstract, though the methods are having the body. So I should override at least one of the methods to make it as a concrete class. So I can override a method here itself in same line. I will write on public void window closing, and inside this method I will call system.exit. So yes, I have overridden one of the method that I want. So now my class became a concrete class, and it's an anonymous class inheriting from window adapter. Directly window adapter cannot be used because those classes are made as abstract classes, because we should not use them directly. We should inherit and use. So I am inheriting and writing an anonymous class. Already I have explained about anonymous classes previously. So what about rest of the methods? They have their body. Empty body is there, right? So they will be used. Now my class is a concrete class. I can use this. Let us run this one. This is one of the methods I have shown you, right? So closing. So that's all. This is how you can use all adapter classes, right? So you cannot directly create their object. You have to override at least one of the method that you are using. So there are three methods I have shown you. You can make it as an inner class, and you can make it as an outside class, as well as you can define an anonymous class by overriding the methods that you want. One or more methods you can override. So most commonly people follow this method. That is, they will write one method, is window closing, for closing a window while working in AWT. So that's all about adapter classes. You can try for other adapter classes, for mouse or KeyEvent. You can use their adapter classes. That's all in this video.
In previous videos, we have seen various events and we have handled them using their listeners. I was showing only one method of handling event. I was making a frame class implements listener, then I was overriding all the methods. But there are more than one ways of handling events. To implement a listener, there are more than one methods. So we will discuss those methods here. First method that I was following was frame class as listener. So frame class itself is made as a listener. This is the method we were following. Next is inner class. In one of the videos, I have shown this one also, but we will see it now in this video. Using an inner class also, you can implement a listener. Then using an anonymous class also, you can do that. And lambda expression. But lambda expression can be used only with those listeners which are having only one abstract method. It can have static or default methods, but interface must have only one abstract method. Though an interface can have static members also. Then only you can use lambda expression. So for explaining these methods, I will take action listener as an example. So let us develop some application and see all these methods. So for that, let us understand what our application will be doing. Then that I will write down the code and show you by all these four methods. Our application will have a text field and a click button. When I click on this, it is becoming 1. Text field is showing 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. So it means it is counting. There is a counter. So initially it should show 0 also. So I will write it in the application 0. Then this is a counter. Go on clicking, it will be counting. So this is a simple application. So we will focus mainly on learning how to implement listeners. So let us develop this application. Okay, a text field and a click button, and we will write down listeners in various ways. The 4 ways I have shown you, we will write down listeners. So I have a application ready here, that is my frame. Now the first method, Now I will write down the code, required code for developing application. So the first thing I said that we need a text field TF. I will take a reference. Then I need a button B. Then I will need a counter for counting the value. So initially it is 0 count. Then I will write a constructor for this class, and inside this constructor I will use a constructor of superclass. Then I'll just give demo, event a demo, I will give the name. Then I will create a text field as well as button. So I have created text field as well as button. Text field is having initial value as 0. Now next thing, I will add these two components on a frame. So for that, first of all, I should set the layout. Now layout is FlowLayout. Add text field, add button. Now comes listener, action listener upon a button. So now we will see different methods. The very first method is I will make the class implements action listener. Then for this I should override a method public void action performed. So I am overriding this method. So now in this method, what I want, whenever a button is clicked, I should count. So count plus plus. Then text field, I should set the text. Set the text as count. But count is a integer value. It will not take it. So I should pass a string. So I was taking an empty string. Instead of that, you can call a method of a string class value of. So value of what? Value of integer. And that value is count. So this is another method I am showing you. So string dot value of count. So this will convert this count into a string, and that string is given to text field. That's all. This is a listener. So counting is happening. Now this listener should be added to a button. So inside the constructor, I will say b dot add action listener. This, the object of the same class. So this is the method that we were already following it in previous videos. If I run the application, then it works as I have shown you. So okay, text field size, I have taken a single size, so it is showing only single digit. It should be bigger size. Okay, anyway, I will change it. So inside the text field constructor, I will give a string, then comma, size 20 also. So it will create a bigger text field. So this is one method of implementing action listener or listener interface, okay, for handling an event. Now we will see a second method, that is writing an inner class. So I will not make a frame as a listener, but I will define my own class as an inner class that will work as a listener. So here this method should be implemented inside that class. So I will enclose this one inside a class. I'm writing a class that is my listener. Okay, then this will end here, and this method is inside that class, and this class should implements action listener. That's it. So this is the inner class. Inner class is implementing action listener. So this will act as a listener. Then here inside the constructor for this button, I should add a listener, register a listener. So this means the frame class. No, frame class is not a listener now. Then who is a listener? This my listener. I should make an object of my listener on fly, means without any reference, or anonymous object. This is anonymous object of my listener class. This object of this my listener will be given to button as an action listener. So whenever a button is pressed, it will go to my listener and call action perform method. And it is guaranteed that there is action perform method because this class is implementing action listener. Okay, so this is the second method of inner class. Let us run this. So that's all, the application is running. See, it is incrementing, and it will go into double digit also and up to 3 digits also, because I have taken text field size as 20. So that's it. So this is the second method we have seen. Now third method I will show you, that is using anonymous class. So using anonymous class, or it is a local class, we call it as local class. So the method is add action listener. So inside this one, I will say new action listener. New action listener, can we create an object of an interface? No, we cannot create an object of an interface. But when you are creating an object of an interface, then you should override that method so it becomes an anonymous class. Okay, I will copy this portion. Anyway, I will cut it. Instead of copying, I will cut it. Then here, see, just watch it once again. See, just after action listener, opening and closing braces. After this braces, I will write on that entire method. So this class, I will remove it from here. That was the inner class. See, the same method I am writing here. Now I have overridden a method. So this was showing as an error. It is gone now. Right? See, you read the message. This anonymous class, inner class, creation can be turned into a lambda expression. So it's giving a hint that even I can make it as a lambda expression. No, I want a inner class only. So this is the inner class. Okay. So what is the method? You have to create the object of a interface only. So actually you are not creating an object of an interface, but you are overriding a method of that interface to define some anonymous class. So yes, it will create an object of anonymous class and give it to add action listener of a button. So now this method will be called whenever a button is pressed. So the same thing should happen. Yes, I will run it. Let us see. Yes, same thing is happening. It's working. See, the style of writing the code has changed, but the working is not changed. Working is same only. We are developing a same thing, but a method is different. Okay. So it is just like there are two cars, but the make is different. The body type is different. The material used is different. Okay. So that's how the difference is. The internals are different, but the working is same. Now let us go back to the application. Now last fourth method I have to show you. Now in fourth method, we have to write a lambda expression. So how to write lambda expression? Just watch it very carefully. I will remove this. Okay, remove this one. Now this part, let it be as it is. Now here I am writing, just watch in the line in which I am typing. Now the parameter is action event, AE. So action event, who takes the parameter as action event? We know very well that action perform method of a action listener interface takes this parameter. Yes, we know very well. So by writing this parameter, we are referring it to action performed this complete method. So remove it. Public void, no need of this one. Remove this. Okay. Then we are not writing a class. Alright, so remove this brackets also. These were the brackets meant for a class. Then this, instead of public void action perform, this is the signature of that method now. Now this implies, or this means, that's it. Now it has become lambda expression. So you can write it in a single line also, but I kept it as it is. So that same skeleton I have modified into a lambda expression. Alright. So I have removed the class, so two brackets gone. I have removed the method. Now the method, this brackets are defining the method. It is understood that we are referring to a functional interface, that is action listener, and it is having only one method. So there is no other possibility. So this is action performed method. That's it. It works. I will run it and then again I come back. So using lambda expression, we have implemented a listener interface. So it's more like a anonymous class, right? So more like the code, the way of writing the code is more like anonymous or inner class. Now, if you want to write in a single line, I will just convert it into a single line. Just watch it. So this bracket is starting from here. Then count plus plus can be in the same line. Text field, this can also be in the same line because semicolons are separating them. Okay. Then after this, give the closing bracket, then this braces, then semicolon. Remove this. So everything is a single line now. Okay, so using lambda expression, we are implementing action listener, right? So that's all. These are the four methods. For functional interfaces, you can use lambda expression also. So this is easy for the programmer. He don't have to write lengthy code. So that's all in this video. Practice this thing. So you must get used to with this type of code. And remember, practice will make you perfect. So that's all in this video. So far we have been learning about components and the event handling upon components. Now let us learn about painting or drawing inside a frame or inside a window. So I'll explain how painting works, drawing works, and also we will learn about colors and fonts. For explaining these things, I have taken one application. So first of all, I will show you the application, how it works. Then we will develop the application. And while developing, we will learn about all these drawing, colors and fonts. Let us see the application. See, I have a frame window here. Title is painting. And there is something drawn in the corner here. I will click here. Oh, a circle is appearing here. A red color circle is appearing here. I'll click at this place. It's appearing here. Okay, so it's changing the places. So wherever I am clicking, a circle is appearing at that point. So how to develop this? So it means when I click here, it is generating an event, that is MouseEvent. Yes, it is generating a MouseEvent. And based on that MouseEvent at that same coordinates, it is drawing a circle. We know MouseEvent handling, how to handle mouse events, but just we have to learn how to draw at any location inside a frame. So that's it. I'll take this application and same application, I will show you how to develop this. It will be a very simple application. We have seen in the application that I am drawing a circle at the coordinates where mouse is clicked. So I should know the coordinate. For that, I will declare variables that are x and y. These will store coordinates x and y wherever mouse is clicked. Okay. Now, at that location x and y, I have to do drawing. So first of all, learn how to do drawing in a frame. So frame is a container. Now listen carefully. Frame is a container. Any container will have a method called paint. So if you want your own drawing, you should override a method public void paint. And this paint takes a parameter graphics. This is a standard signature of paint. So you cannot write your own method, you must write same method only, paint with graphics as a parameter. So graphics is a class which is used for doing graphics on a frame. So whenever a frame is visible, whenever it is appearing, it will do painting. So it will draw whatever is written inside this paint method. So how we draw inside a frame? We draw it using graphics class. So I will explain a little bit. See, frame is a graphical component that is appearing on the screen, right? Graphical component. So that graphical component is having its environment, graphical environment, and that graphic environment is G. So using that same environment, we will do drawing. So here I will write on G dot. Now there are a lot of interesting methods. Just you can go through all these methods, right? So take your time. If you are interested in learning drawing, then you have to do it. You have to go through all the methods and try different methods. So I'll just read out few. So clear, clipped rectangle, copy area, create, and this is draw bytes, draw characters, draw image. For drawing image method is there. Draw line, which takes x1, y1, x2, y2 coordinates. Draw oval. Circle is an oval. So draw oval. We have to use draw oval method for drawing a circle. Then draw polygon, rect. Drawing a string is also there. Draw a string. And fill. This will draw as well as fill it. Filling a rectangle, filling a oval. Get color, get font. So we also have set color, set font. See, set color, set font. Look at these methods. This is for setting the color as well as font. Right? Translate. So many methods are there. So if you want, you can go through these methods and you can try all of them. I am going to draw a oval. Draw oval. From which place? This x and this y. But what should be the width and height? I will mention width and height as 50, 50. 50 pixel by 50 pixel. That's it. I have done drawing of an oval at this x and y. So there should be some initial value of x and y, that is 0 as well as 0. Yes, initial value I have given. Now this much I have completed. Let us run and check what happens. Yeah, it is drawing a circle here, but it is in black color. We wanted in red color. Okay, I will change the color later on. Then if I click here, it should appear here. It's not appearing. So for that, I should handle MouseEvent. So let us go back and handle MouseEvent. Now inside a frame, I should handle MouseEvent. So inside the constructor, I should add mouse listener. Mouse listener Upon what? Upon frame. When I say add, it is a direct method, right? Upon frame. So mouse listener, if I implement mouse listener, then I have to write 7 methods. If I use mouse adapter, then I can override only 1 method. So let us use mouse adapter. Mouse adapter, then I will write down just one single method, and this method is public void mouse clicked, and this will take MouseEvent as parameter. Okay, this is the method. Now this should end with semicolon, so the error will go away. What I have to do inside this mouse clicked, I should modify this x and y coordinate so that the circle appears at that place, because circle is using this x and y. You can see this. So I should modify this x and y. So change x. What it should be, wherever mouse is clicked, so me dot get x. So if you have seen mouse event handling, there I have shown you this get x is a method which will give you x coordinate. Then in mouse event there is a method called get y which gives the y coordinate, get x and get y. So using these, now these x and y values are changed. They will have the coordinates wherever mouse is clicked. Then oval should draw there. So which method must be called? Paint method must be called, then only oval will be drawn. See, earlier oval was appearing in the corner of a screen, right? So it will not automatically move to this place. I should redraw it again. So I should call the paint method. So we cannot call paint method directly. This is very important. Listen carefully. We cannot call paint method directly. We have to call a method repaint. This method belongs to a frame. See, when we are directly calling any method means it is belonging to a frame. Okay, so repaint is a method. This repaint method is available in every container. So call repaint, then this automatically paint method will be called. Now one question here, why can't I call paint method directly? If I call paint method directly, I should pass this graphics. I don't know what is graphic, how to get the graphics, I don't know about it. So call paint method. So Java doesn't want you to get involved in these details and call repaint. Repaint will in turn call paint by passing graphics. So you don't worry about it. So repaint will call paint method once again. This is a very important point about painting. So in painting, I have explained you 2 important things. Whatever you want to draw upon a container, write inside paint by using graphics. And graphics is having all the methods for drawing. Second thing, whenever you want to redraw, call repaint method. Let us run. So and here is an application. Now click here. Oh, it has appeared here. So it's moving. It's moving. Yes, it is moving. So that's it. So I have shown you the same thing. Now only thing left is what? Colors are not there. So I should set the color. So let us learn about the color first. First of all, we should know about a color class available in Java. This is available in Java AWT. You can see here it is available in java.awt.color. So there is a separate class called color in Java. So you can mention a color. So if you want to mention any specific color, for that constants or finals are already available. So you can directly use those. So you can say color dot black, blue, cyan, gray, whatever it is. And you can observe here they have given the colors in upper cases as well as lower cases, both. So whatever comes to your mind, you can type it. So don't worry whether uppercase is there or not. So don't just mess up with the cases. You write in small letters also it's there, capital letters also it's there. So that is the benefit they are giving to programmer. They have given all these colors. This is built in inside color class. So you can use all these colors. All these are known colors. Means regularly we use them in our daily life. So same names are there. Red, green, blue, yellow, magenta, orange, pink, white. These colors are there. Now if at all you have any other color, then you can specify the color by mixing red, green and blue. So you should have the idea about getting a desired color by ticking red, green and blue. Alright. So if you know about color pickers, so you can pick any color and you can find out its red, green, blue value from any software like Photoshop or Paint. Okay, you can find out. Or else on internet you can search for RGB value of your desired color. So you can get RGB value and create your own color. See, there are many constructors available here. So one of the constructor which takes red value and green value and blue value. So red, green, blue, each can be from 0 to 255. So this is the constructor, red, green, blue. You can give these values and you can set the color. So whatever the color you like. The rest of the methods are there, so you can explore this class if you want. Okay. So usually we require constructor or we need this finals. Let us go back to the program. Now inside this paint method, I will set the color g.setColor. Which color you want? Color.red. So color.red capitals. So if I press dot, I get all the methods. See, dot, I get all the members. These are the final members. So I want red color. So select red color. Okay. Now this oval will be in red color. I will run and show you. Yes, now it is appearing in red color. Go back. Now one more method I will show you. Instead of draw oval, there is a method called fill oval. Circle is filled in red color. This is filled in red color. This is looking very good. Fill oval. So oval is filled with red color. So wherever I click, it is coming there. Now one more thing I want to do. I don't want to work on click. If I move the mouse, it should come there. So how to do that? Go back. So moving the mouse means mouse motion listener. So add mouse motion listener, and here also add mouse adapter. Mouse adapter is having that mouse moved event handler also. So I will override that method mouse moved. So add mouse motion listener I should do, right? Moved and dragged are the part of motion listener. So add mouse motion listener, and mouse adapter class is having one more method, mouse moved, as well as it is having mouse dragged also. Now same thing should work. See, wherever I take the mouse pointer, that circle is attached to the mouse pointer. It is moving along with the cursor. That's it. Now let us work a little bit with the font. Instead of drawing an oval, I will write down some text here. I will remove this fill oval. G.draw string. Yes, draw string. There is a method. Now this I will display hello at so and so coordinate. Hello should appear at that coordinate. Let us run. In red color I got hello, but it is very small. I want a different style of font. I want different font style. I want different font size. Let us try with font. For font also, Java is having a class, and these are all its static members. So for the properties of a font, like whether you want it bold or italic and so on, so there are some constants given here. Okay. Then here the important thing is a constructor. A constructor takes a name of a font and the style of a font and size. Three things we have to mention. Let us go back to the application. Now before setting this, drawing a string, I will set the font g.setFont. Okay. For setting font, I should create an object of new font. So first of all, I should give name, that is Times New Roman. I have given the name as Times New Roman. Then how I want it. Style is bold. I want bold. So font dot. So you get the constants here, predefined constant. So this is the property or a style. So you can give bold. And the size is 30. Okay, 30 points. Now that hello should appear inside Times New Roman and font bold or 30. Let us run. Yes, it is appearing in Times New Roman and the point is 30. Yes, it is working. Okay. Let us try different font. I will give different font name. Here I will change the name. I have given the name as Noteworthy. Noteworthy. This is the font name, one of the font name. See, the font has changed. Alright. So that's it. Now how do you know fonts? So you can go to any application and you can try to change the font there. You will find a list. So I'll go to NetBeans here, and in preferences, I will go to font and color. And here if I click monospaced, beside this monospace is the default font right now. So many font names are there. You can pick up any font name from here. See, I have given the name as Noteworthy. So this was Noteworthy. Okay. And there is a Luminary. One more is there. Luminary. If you try change this one, let us check it. So you can know the font from anywhere. So this is one of the places I have shown you where you can find out the font. Luminary font. Let us run. This is Luminary font. Font has changed. So that's it. So for drawing, you may need event handling as well as you can use paint. So I have used both of them. Just you can draw without event handling. You can do drawing whatever you like. You can draw a hut. You can draw any scene by using lines and circles and polygons. Okay, polylines. Many things are there. So you should be familiar with the drawing. So just I have shown you how drawing is done in Java. Now what to draw, how to take the coordinates and all, it's a different study. So you have to learn it by yourself and then you can do drawing in Java. Okay. So try this. So it is very playful. It's a very fun thing. So you'll enjoy drawing something on a frame. So practice this one. So that's all in this video. We will develop an application for animation. See, animation is a vast field. There are a lot of things to learn under animation. So I'm not going to teach what is animation. Just I am going to show you a simple application that contains animation. And we will develop the application using Java. So we will learn how we can do animation using Java. That is the objective of this video. So on the screen you can see a animation here. There is a window and a ball is bouncing inside that window. Now one important thing I will tell you. Animations are developed using multi-threading. So this ball is bouncing because of a thread. So you have to use multi-threading. Let us understand how to develop this application. So I'll explain you the logic behind it. Then we will develop an application. So here I have one of the captured frame of animation. So this is our application. And how it is developed is, see, this is the frame. This entire thing is a frame. Okay. This entire thing is a frame. You are familiar with this one. Now, what is this one? This is a circle or oval. So we have already seen in the previous video, in paint video, how to draw an oval. So using graphics, we can draw an oval. So if you have not seen previous video, you can go and watch it. So this is a circle. When both dimensions are equal, that is width and height are equal, then oval becomes a circle. Now for drawing anything, you should be familiar with the coordinate system of a frame. So as per the coordinate system, this is origin. This is origin. This point is origin. And x-axis is moving in this direction. This is x-axis. And y-axis is moving in this direction. This is y-axis. If width is 500 means there are 500 points or 500 pixels in this direction. And if the height is suppose 450 means there are 450 pixels in this direction. So any location on the screen can be mentioned in the form of its x value and its y value. So any location on the screen can be taken by using its x and y value. So for this circle, the corner of the circle, see, circle we have to imagine it as a rectangle. Okay, inside that rectangle a circle is drawn. So this is the point of a circle. So this point can be specified in terms of x and y. This is x and this is y. So we can draw a circle anywhere on the screen by mentioning its x and y. Alright, so this is about coordinate system and drawing. Now next thing. Inside this coordinate system, if I draw a diagonal line like this, then on this, what will be the points? This is 1, 1. Okay, let us say I am giving a ample gap here to explain. Okay, but the pixels are very close to each other. This is 2, 2. Let us say this is 3, 3. Okay, and this is 4, 4, 5, 5 pixels, right? So both x and y value will be same along this line. Now let us come to movement of this circle. If you want the circle to move along this line, then you have to change the value of x also, y also. So in x also add 1, y also add 1. Okay, so it will become 2, 2. Then again add 1, 1 to x and y, it will become 3, 3. Then add 1, 1 to x and y, then it becomes 4, 4. Sorry, This is 4 comma 4, then 5 comma 5. So if you go on changing the x and y values of a circle and redrawing it every time, then it looks as if it is moving along this line. If you say the circle is moving along this line now, right now, so it means x and y values are changing. X is also incrementing by +1 or y also by +1. So every time x and y are changed by adding 1, so it is moving in this direction. So this is how we make the ball move. Now, next the question is, once it reaches the boundary, once it's touching the boundary, then how it is bouncing back, how it is going in this direction. So if you see in this direction, see, I'll take this point to this point. And if I go in this direction, x is increasing. But if I take this point and this point, so y is increasing, then from here, y is decreasing now. If it is going up means y is decreasing. Then once it is touching this boundary, it will take this direction. So now x is decreasing. In x, it is decreasing. And in y, also it is decreasing. Then it touches here. Okay. Now it will come in this direction. So in this, x is decreasing, but y is increasing. So that's what we have to add 1 to x to move in this direction. Okay. So that's what finally I will explain you. For moving in this direction, both x and y should be incremented by 1. And for moving in this direction, x is incremented by adding +1, but y is decremented by -1. So when it is touching this boundary, now x should decrement as well as y should decrement when it is going in this direction. Alright. And when it is coming in this direction, x is decremented but y is incremented. So it is touching the boundaries and changing the direction. So how direction is changed? By changing of the sign of a value that we are adding, either +1 or -1. So now I will show you the exact logic. We will start the circle from some point, let us say from here. Then we will move it by adding 1 to x as well as 1 to y. Once it is touching this boundary, so this is the boundary for y-axis. See, these are the boundaries of y-axis, right? See, these are the boundaries of y-axis, right? So here y is 0 and here y is maximum. Once it touches here, we will start decrementing y so that it moves up. But we will be still incrementing x. And once it is touching this boundary, we will start decrementing x also so that it moves in this direction. Because these boundaries belongs to x. This belongs to x. Okay, this is the x-axis. So from here to here is x-axis. So we will start adding or subtracting depending on the boundaries it has touched. That's all. So this is how bouncing is done. Now the last thing I have to explain is how ball is moving by itself. So moving by itself means continuously it is running. So what can run continuously? While loop. Yes, while loop. But you cannot make a main program enter into infinite loop or while loop. We have to use a thread. Yes, a thread is moving this ball. So we have to use multi-threading for moving this ball. So finally we have learned about the animation that we are going to develop. So now we are ready to develop an application by taking a circle and moving it using multi-threading and redrawing it every time. So for redrawing, we have to use paint, right? I have shown about this method in previous video. So let us develop the application. Let us write a program for this one, Java program. So I have a frame class and it is being created and made visible inside main method. Now inside this frame class, I have to bounce a ball. So for bouncing a ball, I need the coordinates of a ball, x and y, right? As well as I said that we will be adding 1 or subtracting 1. So for that, I will call it as translation x and translation y. Moving of any object in animation is called as translation. So translation x and translation y, txty. Then I need a constructor for this one. So my frame is a constructor. Okay. Inside this, initial value of x is 100. As well as initial value of y is also 100, and translation x and translation y both I will set it as 1, so it will be incrementing both x and y. So this is, I have initialized the coordinates. Now what I have to do? Next I have to draw a circle. So for drawing a circle, I have to override a method that is paint, public void paint, and this will take graphics G as a parameter. Graphics it will take. Then I should say G dot draw oval, right? And the coordinates are x comma y, and the width is 50 and height is also 50. This is drawing a circle, oval. So 50 means it will be a circle. I want to set the color also. So we will do it afterwards. Okay. First I will draw just oval. Let us see it. Then afterwards we will fill the color or change the color. Now next thing, this ball should be moving continuously. So for that what I should do? For that I should make a thread. So I will make the same class as a thread, frame class as a thread. See, for thread also we have to write a class. So I'll make it as a thread by implementing runnable interface, because class is already extending from frame. I cannot extend it from thread class. So implements runnable. The moment I say implements runnable, my class become abstract because I have to override a method that is public void run. Now what I am supposed to do inside this? I should continuously move the ball. How? By adding tx to x and ty to y. This should happen continuously. So this should be in a loop. So I should make it as an infinite loop while true. Yes, this is inside infinite loop while true. Now next thing, I have to change the direction of translation also by changing its sign. Tx should become -1, right? It is 1 right now. So if it is becoming -1, it will start subtracting. So whenever it is touching the boundaries. So left and right boundary is for x-axis. So I will write down the condition here. If x coordinate of a ball is becoming less than 0, or if x coordinate of a circle or a ball is becoming greater than 500. As the width of a frame, I am going to give it as 500. So width is 500. If it is becoming less than 0 means it's going on the left hand side boundary. It is touching the left boundary. Greater than 500 means it is touching right boundary. Then I should change the direction of a ball. So how to change the direction of a ball? Tx should be multiplied by -1. So it will become -1. Right now it is 1. You can see this. It is minus. It should become -1. And when it is already -1, then again multiplied by -1, it will become +1. So in this way we can toggle the value of a tx by multiplying it by -1. So -1 to 1, 1 to -1. Okay, so it can change. Now similarly, I should change the value of y also. If y is becoming less than 0, or see, I will take the height as not as for 500, I will take it as 450. So if it is rectangular, it is better. Okay, ty multiplied by -1. So I am changing the values of x and y, right? So incrementing as well as changing the direction. This is for moving the ball. This is for changing the direction of the ball whenever required. Then ball should be redrawn. So for redrawing, call repaint method. This will paint the ball once again. That's it. So repaint will redraw the complete frame. So redrawing will be done. So that's all. I have finished everything. No, one more thing I have to do. What is that? I should run the thread. So I will run inside frame only. Inside the frame only. So for running a thread, I should create an object of thread class. That is mandatory. But who will be running? I should assign the object of this class to it. Then t.start for running a thread. That's it. Frame is started from main method, and this frame will start a thread from inside the constructor. Alright. Then let us run this program. Can you see something on the screen? There is a black color circle that is moving too fast. It is moving too fast. We will make it little slow. How to make it slow? We have to make the thread sleep for a while. Let it do it slowly. So after drawing or repainting everything, let it sleep for some time. So for that, try thread.sleep for 5 milliseconds. Okay. Then also I should catch. So catch exception. It will be an interrupted exception. Just I wrote exception there. Okay. Now it is moving smoothly. Oh, it has gone down somewhere. It's going up. Okay, it's going down. And here also it's entering into the boundary. I'll expand it a little bit. Now it is touching the boundary. Oh, it has not touched the right boundary. Why so? Put it back. It's going inside. Oh, see, this is the point of a circle, right? This is the starting point of a circle. So it is touching the point, not the circle. Circle width itself is 50. So I should not give the boundaries as a 50-50 here. See, this is 500. So I should make it as 450 because circle width itself is 50, isn't it? So, and here I am giving the height of a frame is 400. So this should be 350, 50 less because the height of a circle itself is 50. So it should look as if the ball is touching the boundary. So this should look perfect. Let us check. Yes, it is touching the boundaries now, but it is going little inside the title bar. Yes, for that also we have to change the value of y. We have to make it 20. Then it looks, because this title bar size may be 20. So it looks perfect if you make the y value, minimum value, instead of 0, make it 20. Okay. I will run once again. Now let us see. Will it touch the title bar? Yes, it is working perfectly. Let us fill the color into this ball. So for filling the color, I should not say draw oval, but I should call a method fill oval. All these methods you should learn. Okay, you have to learn. Explore this class graphics. So G dot, you try out all the methods. You have to spend some time on this one. So I am just using required method. Now I want to set the color also. If I don't set the color, the ball will be in black color. I run and show you. See, it will be in black color. I want to set the color. So G dot set color, and I want color to be red. Okay. So already I have explained about the colors also in the previous video. You can watch that. Now you will get a red color ball moving. So that's all. This is the animation application. So please try to develop this application, and if you have more ideas, you can implement them. So basic things that we have to take care for animation is that you have to do it using multi-threading. Okay. See, animation requires some movement. So that movement is done using thread, and whatever is drawn on the frame is done using paint. Now what you are drawing is up to you. I have drawn the ball, and this moving the ball, I'm bringing into action by using this logic, right? So I'm moving the ball by using this logic. So whatever animation you want, the logic depends on that. So that's all in this video.